Before we begin, consider liking and subscribing to support the channel. Enjoy the video. There is a mathematical impossibility happening above your head right now, and statistically speaking, it shouldn't exist. On August 21st, 2017, millions of people across North America witnessed something extraordinary. The moon passed directly in front of the sun, blocking it completely. Day turned to night, temperatures dropped, animals fell silent, confused by the sudden darkness. But here's what most of those people didn't realize as they stared up through their eclipse glasses. They were witnessing the universe's most statistically improbable coincidence. The sun is approximately 400 times larger than the moon. 400 times. The sun's diameter is 1.4 million kilometers. The moon's? Just 3,474 kilometers. By all logic, when the moon passes in front of the sun, it should appear as nothing more than a tiny dot, a speck, barely noticeable against the sun's overwhelming brightness. But it doesn't, because the sun is also, coincidentally, approximately 400 times farther away from Earth than the moon is. The sun, 150 million kilometers away. The moon, 384,000 kilometers away. Do the division. The ratio is almost exactly 1 to 400 in both cases. This means that from our perspective, standing on Earth's surface, the moon and the sun appear to be the exact same size in our sky. The moon fits over the sun like a glove, like a puzzle piece specifically designed for this one cosmic moment. This is why we get perfect total solar eclipses. The moon doesn't just pass in front of the sun, it covers it precisely, revealing only the sun's ethereal corona, that crown of plasma that ancient civilizations believed was the hair of gods. Now, before we go further, let's establish something critical. Our solar system contains 8 planets, hundreds of moons. We've discovered over 5,000 exoplanets in other star systems. We've observed countless celestial configurations, orbital mechanics, planetary alignments. And in all of this cosmic diversity, this specific ratio, where a moon is exactly the right size and exactly the right distance to perfectly eclipse its star from a planet's surface, has been found exactly once. Here, Earth. Mars has 2 moons, 2 small, 2 irregularly shaped. Jupiter's Galilean moons are too large relative to the sun's apparent size from that distance. Saturn's Titan, despite being larger than our moon, is too far from the sun for this to work. Venus and Mercury have no moons at all. Some of these moons do pass in front of the sun from their planet's perspective, yes, but they don't create perfect eclipses. They're either too small, barely covering a fraction of the sun, or too large, blocking far more than necessary. Only here, only on Earth. Only now in this specific epoch of geological time does this phenomenon occur with such mathematical precision. Dr. Guillermo Gonzalez, an astronomer who studied this extensively, calculated the odds. He found that the probability of this arrangement happening by chance is vanishingly small. We're talking about winning the cosmic lottery with a ticket you didn't know you bought. Scientists call it the grand coincidence. Some call it the eclipse enigma. The official term in astronomical literature is the fortuitous circumstance. Fortuitous. That's an interesting choice of words for something that, by all statistical reasoning, shouldn't exist. Here's where it gets stranger. This perfect alignment? It's temporary. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters per year. It's been doing this since its formation 4.5 billion years ago, and it will continue doing it for billions of years to come. Go back 100 million years, when dinosaurs walked the Earth, and the moon was closer. Total eclipses were still possible, but the moon appeared slightly larger in the sky, covering more than just the sun's disk. Go forward 600 million years into the future, and the moon will be too far away. It will still pass in front of the sun, but it won't cover it completely. Only partial eclipses will be possible. The perfect totality will be gone forever. This means perfect total solar eclipses are only possible during a very specific window in Earth's history. A window that spans roughly 500 million years. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. And humanity, modern humans with the ability to understand what we're seeing, has existed for maybe 300,000 years. We evolved to consciousness with eyes capable of observing this phenomenon during the exact sliver of time when it's possible. We appeared at the one moment in Earth's multi-billion-year history when the moon is at precisely the right distance to create this perfect cosmic alignment. What are the odds? This is where we need to talk about something uncomfortable. The simulation hypothesis, popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom and technologists like Elon Musk, proposes that our reality might not be base reality, that we might be living inside an extraordinarily sophisticated simulation, possibly created by an advanced civilization from our future or from another dimension entirely. Now, stay with me here. If you were going to create a simulated universe for beings to inhabit, you'd need to make it convincing, realistic. You'd need physics that works, chemistry that makes sense, biology that evolves properly. But you'd also, perhaps unconsciously, leave signatures, fingerprints, little details that reveal the constructed nature of the reality. In video games, developers sometimes leave Easter eggs, hidden messages, or improbable coincidences that hint at the game's design nature. Sometimes it's intentional. Sometimes it's just a consequence of the code, a quirk of the programming that creates something that seems too perfect, too aligned to be random. A perfect eclipse is the kind of thing a simulation designer might include for aesthetic reasons. It serves no evolutionary purpose. Life on Earth would exist just fine without it. It provides no survival advantage. It's purely spectacular, dramatic, almost as if it were included for an audience. Ancient humans saw eclipses and created religions around them, built monuments aligned to predict them, developed mathematics to calculate them. Entire civilizations oriented their calendars around these events. Why would a random universe include such a specific, improbable, yet visually perfect phenomenon at exactly the right time for an intelligent species to evolve and appreciate it? Dr. David Chalmers, philosopher and cognitive scientist, has noted that if we're in a simulation, we'd expect to find things that seem fine-tuned or too coincidental, things that work perfectly but statistically shouldn't. The cosmos might contain signatures of its own artificiality. The perfect eclipse is exactly that kind of signature, a feature, not a bug, or perhaps a bug that looks like a feature. There are three possibilities here. 1. This is pure coincidence. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, and statistically improbable things happen somewhere eventually. We just happen to be the ones lucky enough to experience this particular improbability. 2. This is evidence of design, whether by a creator, an intelligence, or the natural optimization of physical laws toward complexity and consciousness. The universe is fine-tuned, and this is one of countless examples of that fine-tuning. 3. This is a signature, a glitch, a fingerprint left in the code by whoever or whatever constructed this reality, an Easter egg waiting to be found by those curious enough to look closely at the mathematics. Which explanation do you believe? More importantly, does the truth even matter? And maybe, just for a moment, they'll wonder if someone is watching them watch it. Why can we see it at all? Thanks for watching.